フルカウンター。
Alright boys, welcome back to the Grand Cross video. So today we're going to run through a before you summon for the new Tarmiel of Ocean, or I believe its actual name is Arburst. And we're going to go through everything you need to know about the character, is it worth summoning, who's in the banner, and also what is coming next. Because that's a big thing that we talk about, because well, we know what's coming next week, so it's this guy's in a tricky spot right now, but he is a little bit broken. So boys, before we do jump in, if you guys are new and you do enjoy the video, then do support the channel by leaving a like, and if you're new as well, subscribe, because I know most of you lot right now aren't subscribed. So mouse join is free, you can always change your mind later on. Boys, let's just jump in. Alright, so obviously we are global, so we actually do not have the character yet on the game, but we can go in stream mode and play the character, although the skills are a lot different. But I think when I'm talking about him, I can quickly explain it and show you what he does, because the animations are kind of cool. So firstly, here's the first skill, which is this skill right here, the actual AoE or single target. Right now it's Power Strike, that's not the skill, it's what you can see on screen, which is Flood, which is literally what I think what some Merlin, Escanor, and also Lily have a really powerful skill. If you have more HP, the more damage they do. So this guy is doing damage straight away. Pretty good. The next skill, a little bit confusing, and it's a weird one. I haven't even seen gameplay because I've not really watched too many videos on this new Tarmiel. But it's the blue skill is a buff skill. Obviously, right now, the attack rate stats, it's going to change when it goes in-game, or at least, you know, the actual live version of the character. And what it does, you can see on screen right now. For one turn, increase the attack of all allies by 50% up to 45 on a tier 3. Massive. But what it also does is applies a buff that decreases damage taken from all enemies by 5% for one turn, up to 10% on a tier 3. Still one turn though, so that's kind of a strange thing to have. But what it can do is actually repeat it 3 times, which means if you somehow use 2 skills in one turn on like the actual PvP match, right, you would then get 10% if it's a tier 1, right? So you get 2 tier 1s, which is 10% damage reduction, which is basically what a tier 3 does. But you have to use 2 skills, so it's some counterplay there. It's kind of funny because that's literally what Margot's relic basically is. So he kind of has that on an actual skill. And using this before an ultimate, not only is going to buff it with damage, but also stop damage taken. It's not a bad skill, and it's a unique way of actually buffing up attack stat, because right now we have Guild Fund up, which literally does attack, but it is a lot higher at like 60%. So there's some difference there. And then for his ultimate, it's pretty simple. It is AoE detonate, meaning the more orbs you have when you ult, the more damage you're going to do to them. It's actually getting buffed, which is actually quite funny because they're buffing Millen because of it. And Millen's coming back obviously next week on JP, so kind of good timing there, maybe intentional. But yes, detonate is not a bad skill to have. Obviously, there isn't really too much drain on the actual goddess team, so typically when you ult on a goddess, you're going to have a lot of orbs anyway, so it's going to do quite a lot of damage. And if it is 6/6, it's probably going to wipe them out like 3 or 4 orbs basically. Alright, so I'm real, I completely forgot this guy even had a passive. Because his grace is so powerful, I kind of thought that was his passive. But no, he actually has a passive, and I forgot what it was, but you can see it on screen right now. When the hero recovers HP with an effect of the actual grace, which he's going to do basically every time he gets attacked. So basically what it's saying is when you get attacked 5 times, increase basic stats of all allies by 6%. That is actually really good, because one, that goes up to 30% basic stats. Basically, you should just get attacked 5 times, so that's the whole team as well. That is massive. Like, that's actually huge, because it's not limited towards goddesses. Meaning, if you just guide your team, no matter if you're a goddess or even an archangel, as long as you get attacked 5 times, your whole team is getting a 30% basic stat increase. That is actually massive. And yeah, now I can see this guy's broken. Like that passive alone is just insane. But yeah, as you can tell, this guy's pretty broken. But the main thing that makes him even way more broken, even if you don't even plan to use him, is the Grace. The Grace is by far the best thing in the game, next to obviously Green Sario. Seems to be a trend they're doing with the new Sarios and new Tarmiels. But when the hero is attacked by an enemy on the enemy's turn, recovers 30% of the damage taken. Basically, what Elaine does for the fairies, like you take the damage received, kind of like, what's it? I think it's Athena's passive too. It's a really good Grace. But that's not it, because there's more to it. Basically, when he does take damage from the same hero twice in one turn, basically works the exact same as Amelia, where Amelia freezes, but rather than freezes them, you're going to get the actual debuff effect that Chandler applies on actual single target skill. So skill effects will not work for 2 turns, which is massive. Because it essentially means the third attack, if they attack 3 times in a row, is not going to apply. Like if you have Pierce, you have like Amplify, it's not going to apply that actual buff effect, and just gives you damage basically. And then the next turn they're basically cucked. That is massive, because now basically you really have to focus and actually check what the Grace is before you start attacking someone now in PvP. Because if they have that skill on and you actually attack them twice and you get that disable, that could ruin your run. It literally will kill your run if you don't play properly around it. And obviously this Grace can apply to everyone, but the thing is though, you want to have this guy 6/6. Alright, so this is the banner. It has the old Archangel on it and also the new Sariel. I should say, by the way, let me just get this at the start. I should say at the start probably. The new Sariel and also the new Tarmiel are not limited characters. They are classed as basically part 3, so that does mean they're going to go in tickets later on. I'll make a video about it later on, but basically, if you want to get them 6/6 or even get a few dupes for them right now, start saving right now. Don't spend your tickets, save for them, and then once Tarmiel and Sariel do get added to the race draw. Also, I believe it's also Elette too, the actual blue outfit one, the new Elette. She's not a rare character either. When they get added to this ticket banner, then summon for them. And also the fact that they're not limited, they're going to return in quite a few banners. I mean, even right now, Sariel has returned in I think like 2 or 3 banners right now. So they're not rare units. Not to mention, the JP anniversary is in around 2 months' time, which might be arguably worth saving for because it's probably likely to be either Esterosa, Holy War 1, or even Light Elizabeth, which I'm assuming is going to be way more broken than what Tarmiel is. However, Tarmiel does have a grace, so you cannot get some dupes there. But there's a very good chance that the new Tarmiel is going to be on basically the new anniversary banner, which you're going to get probably like once or twice on the banner if you do one rotation. I know I didn't summon for Sariel. I knew he was going to return the next banner, and he returned the next festival, which I think was Diane, and I actually bought him once. So you know, you can skip him. It's not going to hurt you too much. It'll be annoying to not get him, but you're not going to, like, you know, you can definitely skip him. And like I said, I've been pairing for Sariel and Tarmiel for a while now, so I have set up the 35 tickets. And to be fair, they haven't even added Sariel. So I will say one thing is, well, yes, they are supposed to be added, but they still haven't added them. And I don't know why. I literally can't tell you why they have not added them. When are they going to do it? I have no idea. Are they going to be a part of this banner? They should be, but I don't know what to tell you because they haven't done it yet. But all I'm saying is, when they do decide to add Tarmiel and Sariel, your boys probably have around 50 tickets. And if I get them once or twice, even just, you know, once, it'll be worth it, and it's just a free copy. And obviously, it makes a massive difference because you want to get them duped how, and one extra dupe will make me able to use them when not in PvP. So with that being said, boys, is the character worth summoning? Yes, if you want the character, but personally, if you are free to play or even like a casual player, I recommend skipping. You might as well. The guy's going to come back in literally 2 months' time on the actual JP anniversary banner, where you can probably pull a character you actually want, which actually has higher rates and also has him on the banner. And then, you know, you'll get them eventually. I mean, look at the old Archangels, right? Tarmiel, Sariel, and Luciel, you know, they're really sought after when he first came out, and now most of us have them all 6/6, probably even like more than 6/6 because you pulled them so many times. I expect these guys to be, you know, giving out quite a few. They're not that rare, and like I said, when you do go into the banners, a lot more people are going to get them. And yeah, I mean, there's PvP's not going to be too demanding. If you are obviously champion 1, then while you're watching the video about summoning, you're probably going to be summoning straight away just to get that grace to be competitive in PvP. But other than that, the outfits are meh. It's over a good event. I do like the Rex, which I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, but they are pretty good. I kind of like the Sari one, which I might want to get because it has green gloves. And of course, the best for last, boys, the big thing is, well, we know what's coming in 1 week's time in JP. The slime collaboration literally come back. Now, I know that the actual old characters are probably terrible and worse than Tarmiel, and you're not really summoning for them, you're summoning for the new Shuna and the new Rimuru, who, Rimuru probably will be better than Tarmiel, at least in gameplay-wise, but the Grace is still so powerful, so Tarmiel, in the long run, would probably be a lot better to actually summon for, rather than getting Rimuru 6/6, basically. But my point is, Rimuru is a rare character, literally only going to be out for 2 weeks' time, and they're never going to come back again, probably for another year and a half, if they even come back at all. So it's actually worth summoning for the slime collaboration. If you don't care about slime collaboration, you don't want to summon because it's like, you know, a kind of a weird event, or you have to buy cosmetics, then I would recommend saving for the JP anniversary, where you can get probably the new character of the festival at least twice if you save enough by then, and then probably get Tarmiel at least once or twice on the banner, because you will be on it probably. And if he isn't, then oh, well, he'll be the next one, but I'm pretty sure he will be. So, boys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you are doing. Are you summoning? Are you planning to not summon? I think myself, I might try and do like 1 or 2 summons. I think we get 1 free multi. I could be wrong, but I have no idea. But it would be nice if we do. Personally, myself, the way I do it, I always like to buy this pack right here, the 31. It's like £30. You get like basically like, what, 5 multis, and to try my luck, because I've gotten quite lucky a few times recently on the banners where I've gotten the character in my first or second multi. So we'll give it a go. If I get him, I get him. If I don't, then it's fine. I'll get him later on the ticket banner, but also the anniversary banner probably as well. So, boys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you're doing, and yeah, peace.